So here is a Bubble.io mobile app tutorial for beginners. Bubble allows you to build powerful apps without coding, making it a great option for beginners who want to create mobile-style applications using visual tools and AI-powered features. If you want to follow along with this tutorial step by step, click on my link below to start building apps with Bubble right now, so you can access the platform and build along during this guide. After clicking on the link below, you'll be brought to this page. So as you can see, we're now in the Bubble.io website. On the top right corner, if you tap on the menu icon, you will get to see all of these options. From here, let's tap on Pricing to check out all their plans. And this is where you'll be able to view all the plans available. You can choose between web, or mobile only. So choose whichever one that you want. After that, scroll down further and you'll be able to view all the plans available and their prices, starting with free, starter, growth, and team. For now, we will be going with the free one. So let's go back to the home page and tap on the menu icon again. After that, tap on Get Started or Log In if you already have an account. So for this, just use my link and sign up. Here, you can continue with Google or put in your credentials manually. I'll be going with Continue with Google. And once you're signed in to your account, this is what it will look like. You can start building right away. You need to select between web and mobile. Since we're working with mobile app, we will select mobile, and then you need to put in your prompt in this prompt box right here. So I'll just paste in a pre-written prompt. Make sure to give it as much detail as possible. Once you're done, if you scroll down, you'll be able to view some options that you can choose from. Or you can also choose blank app. If you choose any of these options, it will write a prompt for you. But for now, let's remove it and paste in our previous prompt, then tap on the Run button. Then, you'll be brought to this page which prompts you to activate free trial. But for now, I will select Start with Basic Features. After that, you'll be taken to the next page, which will show you that it's creating your mobile app and also the estimated wait time that it may take, which in my case is 5 to 7 minutes, and you need to keep this tab open to ensure a successful generation. It may take a while, so you need to be patient and wait it out. You can also tap on Skip and go to Editor on the top right, but that is not the preferred way. So once it's done, you will get to see something like this, and the app is now ready. You can start checking it out and interacting with the app. If you tap on the play button on the top right, it will take you to the preview of the app, and it will open up in a way that you can interact with the app in real time. And as you can see, our app just opened. You can start interacting with it and checking it out. So go through it and make sure it's functional and everything is in order. If not, you can start making changes and customizing it further. Now, let's head out of the preview page. And once you're here in the editor, you can select any element of the website and you will get to see a pop-up like this. From here, you can start customizing the appearance, layout, and conditional option from here. Now, let's tap on the appearance option and start customizing. First up, you have the type of content. Here, we have text selected, but you can select any of these options. If you scroll down, you will get to see all the options available. Then we have data source, and as you can see, this one is set up as header. If you want, you can also enable this element is an interactive. Then you can tap on Add Workflow in order to add a workflow for this element. You can go through the other options like background style and change it according to your preference. Now it's set up as gradient. You can select flat color in order to make it a single color. Then you can also set it up as image. You can tap on Upload in order to upload an image from your devices, or you can search for free images. And as you can see, there are no images found for that word. So try searching for whichever word that you want. For example, restaurant, and it will show you all the free images available for this word. You can go through them and select whichever one that you want. Then just tap on Import on the bottom. And as you can see, the image is now being fetched. Give it some time to load up. After that, it will be added onto your platform. Sometimes it may take a while, so give it some time to load up. Once done, you'll be able to see that the image has been added to your website. Sometimes it may take a while to appear. Then you can also see some more customization options on the bottom. Now, if we head over to the left panel, you can see options for workflows, backend workflows. After that, we have data. This is where you can find all the data of your website. You have data types, privacy, app data, option sets, and file manager where you can view all the files in your app. After that, we have API converter. This is where you can easily set up API calls. You can do it manually from right here. Now, if you go over to the left panel, we then have styles. You can go through the options and work with the element styles and style variables for your platform. Next up, we have plugins. This is where all the installed plugins will be available. We have API connector added. You can also use this to add APIs. This is pretty much the same thing we've seen before. Then we have settings. If you go over to settings, you can view your plan and all the other information for your profile. Lastly, we have logs. This is where you will be able to view the app metrics once it's up and running. Then you can view server logs and also scheduler. You can use these options to automate tasks and schedule different automated tasks according to your preference. You can pause the tasks and also cancel all if you want. So once you're done checking these out, let's go back to the app. So let's tap on Back to My App on the top left right over here. And on this page, just go through your app and make any further changes that you want. Since all of these are AI generated, you can select any of the elements and start customizing to make them look and function according to your needs. And as I've mentioned before, you can customize the appearance, layout, and conditional option using the panels on the top. For instance, for this element, if you go over to layout, you can select the container layout from the options available. Just tap on the option and choose whichever one that you want. For this one, we have the option for column, row, or fixed. And I've selected column. And this shows that you get a lot of flexibility to adjust your app and make it function exactly as you've imagined. Same way, if we go ahead and select this element on the bottom as an example, we can select the type of content and also the data source for this element. This is the review count row. You can set the type of content it will show and also the data source from where it will display the data. And if you want to make changes to the style, just go over to the style section and tap on it. From here, choose any one that you like. After that, it will change right away on the main screen. You can also delete or replace any element by using the delete or replace options. So once your app or website is ready, you can tap on deploy on the top right corner. But since we're using the free version, we need to upgrade the plan in order to deploy the app and make it live. And that's it. That is the Bubble.io mobile app tutorial for beginners.